Former UN Ambassador John Bolton joined us. Good evening, sir. I think it's rather disturbing if our intelligence branch is caught off guard for something so profoundly important as the fall of Yemen, which was our partner in fighting al-Qaeda at the Arabian Peninsula.
Well, I think it's worse than an intelligence failure. Certainly, in a narrow sense, it was, and it's been admitted by the administration. But it goes beyond that. Intelligence is only a piece of overall statecraft and foreign policy. You don't have to be an intelligence analyst to have an opinion about what's happening in Yemen. And it's been clear for a year that the country has been disintegrating. So you can sit and wait for a tactical disposition of where the al-Houthi fighters are on any given day. That isn't really going to tell you the big intelligence picture, which is the country's collapsing.
Well, if it was so obvious, and as you look back now, I mean, it seems quite obvious, that makes it even worse if the intelligence says that they didn't see it coming if it's so obvious. Well, that makes it even more disturbing.
It is because it's not simply an intelligence failure. You know, facts don't tell you what your policy ought to be, and facts don't tell you what the future is. That's the job of statesmen to look out, not intelligence analysts, and the statesmen here were looking the wrong way.
Well, actually, I mean, it almost looks like neglect.
That's exactly right.
It's neglect. If you see a country disintegrating, if all the signs are there and you just sit there until until it happens.
Well, it's happened in other countries too. How many times do we have to go through this? It's happened obviously in Syria and Iraq. It's happened in Libya. Now it's happened in Yemen. It happened earlier in Somalia. It's not like this is suddenly something that we've never seen before. So I think that makes it more inexcusable, and it goes to the point that if the White House, if the State Department, if the Pentagon, if all of the agencies of the U.S. national security apparatus are blind to what's happening, you have to ask yourself why. They're not suppressing information from the intelligence community. They're suppressing reality because their policy leaders are saying Yemen's a success.
All right, we only have 30 seconds left. What do you make of ISIS in Libya?
Well, I think ISIS is spreading throughout the region. I think in the competition with al-Qaeda, it's winning, whether it's in taking hostages in Libya or getting with Boko Haram in Nigeria, other things. It's getting worse. Nobody should blink that reality.
But, do you think ISIS is hooked up with Boko Haram?
I think they talk to each other. I think they're rivals in an ideological sense. In a territorial sense, they're far apart from each other. But I'd be surprised if they weren't talking.